Do you love good food? Imagine the aroma of freshly cooked meals wafting through your home, the sizzle of ingredients in a hot pan, and the joy of sharing a delicious dish with loved ones. Food has a magical way of bringing people together, creating memories and sparking joy. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a complete beginner, the kitchen is a place where creativity and passion come to life. Trying new recipes can be fun. It's an adventure that takes you on a journey of flavors and textures. Each recipe is like a new story waiting to be told, with its own unique ingredients and techniques. The thrill of experimenting with different spices, the satisfaction of mastering a new cooking method, and the delight of tasting your creation are all part of the culinary experience. It's exciting to learn new things in the kitchen. From chopping vegetables with precision to perfecting the art of sautéing, every skill you acquire adds to your culinary repertoire. Cooking classes and tutorials can be incredibly helpful, offering step-by-step guidance and tips from experienced chefs. They can transform a daunting recipe into an achievable goal, boosting your confidence and inspiring you to try more. You can cook delicious meals. Let's get started. The beauty of cooking at home is that you have complete control over the ingredients and flavors. You can tailor each dish to your taste, making it as spicy, sweet, or savory as you like. Plus, cooking together as a family can be a wonderful bonding experience, creating cherished moments and delicious meals that everyone will enjoy. This essay is your guide. We'll explore simple recipes. Whether you're looking for quick weeknight dinners, hearty breakfasts, or indulgent desserts, we've got you covered. Each recipe is designed to be straightforward and easy to follow, with clear instructions and accessible ingredients. You'll find tips and tricks to make the cooking process smoother and more enjoyable. These recipes are easy to make. You don't need fancy equipment or advanced skills to create delicious dishes. With just a few basic tools and some fresh ingredients, you can whip up meals that are both satisfying and impressive. We'll show you how to make the most of what you have, turning simple ingredients into culinary masterpieces. They are perfect for beginners. If you're new to cooking, don't worry. We've selected recipes that are beginner-friendly, with step-by-step instructions and helpful tips to guide you along the way. You'll learn essential cooking techniques and gain confidence in the kitchen, making the process enjoyable and rewarding. Even experienced cooks will love them. For those who are more seasoned in the kitchen, these recipes offer a chance to refine your skills and try new variations. You can experiment with different ingredients, add your own twist, and elevate the dishes to new heights. Cooking is a never-ending journey of discovery, and there's always something new to learn and enjoy. Get ready for yummy flavors. The recipes in this guide are bursting with vibrant flavors and enticing aromas. From savory main courses to sweet treats, each dish is crafted to delight your taste buds and bring joy to your dining table. So roll up your sleeves, grab your apron, and let's embark on this delicious adventure together. Let's start with a classic. Spaghetti aglio e olio is a favorite. It's from Italy. This dish is quick and easy. The flavors are amazing. Here's what you need: spaghetti, garlic, olive oil, chili flakes, and Parmesan cheese. That's it. 5 simple ingredients. Next up, we have chicken fajitas. This classic Mexican dish is a favorite for many, and it's easy to see why. The combination of tender chicken, vibrant vegetables, and flavorful seasonings creates a meal that's both satisfying and delicious. This dish is bursting with flavor. The sizzling sound of the chicken cooking in the pan, combined with the aroma of the spices, is enough to make anyone's mouth water. The colorful bell peppers and onions not only add a beautiful visual appeal, but also enhance the taste. It's a Mexican fiesta on your plate. Imagine serving these delicious fajitas at your next gathering. The vibrant colors and tantalizing flavors will surely impress your guests and make your meal a memorable one. Here are the key ingredients. Chicken breast, which is the star of the dish. Make sure to slice it thinly for even cooking and maximum flavor absorption. Bell peppers, onions, fajita seasoning, and tortillas. The bell peppers and onions add a sweet and savory crunch, while the fajita seasoning brings all the flavors together. Don't forget the tortillas, which are essential for wrapping up all that deliciousness. You can add your favorite toppings. This is where you can get creative and customize your fajitas to your liking. Whether you prefer something spicy, creamy, or tangy, the choice is yours. Sour cream, guacamole, and salsa are great choices. These toppings not only add extra flavor, but also provide a nice contrast in texture. The creamy sour cream, rich guacamole, and zesty salsa each bring something unique to the table. So gather your ingredients, fire up the stove, and get ready to enjoy a fiesta in every bite. Chicken fajitas are not just a meal, they're an experience. Perfect for any occasion, they bring a touch of Mexican flair to your dining table. We can't forget dessert. Chocolate chip cookies are a must-have. They are the perfect sweet treat. You'll need butter, sugar, flour, eggs, and of course, chocolate chips. These simple ingredients create magic. Your kitchen will smell amazing. These recipes are easy to make. They are designed for everyone, from beginners to seasoned home cooks. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment or hard-to-find ingredients. Just a few basic tools and some fresh, simple ingredients are all it takes to create something truly special. They don't require special skills. Anyone can cook them. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, or someone who just loves to cook, these recipes fit perfectly into your lifestyle. Imagine coming home after a long day and whipping up a delicious meal in no time. It's all about making cooking accessible and enjoyable for everyone. That's the beauty of simple cooking. Cooking should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. These recipes prove that. When you cook with love and simplicity, the results are always rewarding. It's not just about the food, it's about the experience. Sharing these moments with family and friends, creating memories in the kitchen, and enjoying the process as much as the final dish. You can enjoy delicious meals that are not only tasty, but also nourishing. When you cook at home, you have control over the ingredients, ensuring that what you eat is both healthy and satisfying. There's a certain pride that comes with creating a meal from scratch and seeing the smiles on the faces of those you share it with. You don't need to be a chef. With these simple recipes, anyone can feel like a culinary artist. It's about the joy of creating something with your own hands, the satisfaction of a job well done, and the happiness that comes from sharing good food with good company. So roll up your sleeves, get into the kitchen, and discover the joy of simple cooking. Here are some tips for success. Read the recipe carefully. Gather all your ingredients. Don't be afraid to experiment. Have fun. Cooking is about enjoying the process. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. You are now ready to cook. These recipes will inspire you. They will impress your family and friends. Remember, cooking is about creativity. Don't be afraid to add your personal touch. Enjoy the journey.
Cinnamon rolls are a beloved treat. These sweet, gooey pastries have been a favorite for generations, enjoyed by people of all ages. Whether it's the soft, fluffy dough or the rich cinnamon sugar filling, there's something irresistible about a freshly baked cinnamon roll. They are sweet and delicious. The icing on top adds an extra layer of sweetness that makes each bite a delightful experience. It's no wonder that cinnamon rolls have become a staple in bakeries and homes alike. Recently, a new way to make cinnamon rolls went viral on TikTok. This social media platform has become a hub for food enthusiasts and home cooks, sharing innovative and creative recipes. The viral cinnamon roll recipe has taken the internet by storm, with millions of views and countless recreations. People love trying new recipes they find online. The convenience of having step-by-step instructions and visual guides makes it easier than ever to experiment in the kitchen. Families and friends are coming together to bake and enjoy these delicious treats, creating memories and traditions. This recipe makes cinnamon rolls easier to create at home. With simple ingredients and straightforward steps, anyone can make bakery-quality cinnamon rolls in their own kitchen. So gather your ingredients, roll up your sleeves, and let's get baking. The joy of making and sharing these sweet treats is just a recipe away. Before you begin, gather all your ingredients. This step is crucial to ensure a smooth baking process. By having everything you need within arm's reach, you can focus on the joy of baking rather than scrambling to find items at the last minute. Having everything ready makes baking easier. It allows you to follow the recipe without interruptions, ensuring that each step is executed perfectly. This preparation can make the difference between a good bake and a great one. For this recipe, you will need flour, which forms the base of your dough. Make sure to measure it accurately to get the right consistency. Sugar, which adds sweetness, and yeast, which helps the dough rise and gives it that fluffy texture. Don't forget the milk, which adds moisture and richness to the dough. Butter, which adds flavor and tenderness, and eggs, which provide structure and richness. Cinnamon is the star of the show, giving these rolls their signature warm and spicy flavor. And finally, powdered sugar, which is used for the icing that tops these delightful rolls. You may also want vanilla extract and salt. The vanilla extract enhances the flavor, while a pinch of salt balances the sweetness and brings out the other flavors. These ingredients are easy to find at the grocery store. Most of them are common pantry staples, so you might already have them at home. If not, a quick trip to the store will get you everything you need to make these delicious cinnamon rolls. First, warm the milk. This step is crucial as it helps activate the yeast, which is essential for the dough to rise properly. Use a thermometer to ensure the milk reaches a temperature of about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius. If the milk is too hot, it can kill the yeast, and if it's too cold, the yeast won't activate. Pour the milk into a small saucepan and heat it gently over medium heat. Stir occasionally to prevent a skin from forming on the surface. Once the milk reaches the desired temperature, remove it from the heat and let it cool slightly if necessary. Next, mix the warm milk with yeast and sugar. The sugar acts as food for the yeast, helping it to grow and multiply. Sprinkle the yeast over the surface of the milk and add a tablespoon of sugar. Stir gently to combine. Let this mixture sit for about 5-10 minutes. During this time, the yeast will begin to activate, and you'll notice bubbles forming on the surface. This is a good sign that the yeast is alive and working. Let this mixture sit for a few minutes. This resting period allows the yeast to fully activate and start producing carbon dioxide, which will help the dough rise. You'll know the yeast is ready when the mixture becomes frothy and bubbly. If you don't see any bubbles, it might mean that the yeast is old or the milk was too hot or too cold. In that case, you might need to start over with fresh yeast and properly warmed milk. In a separate bowl, combine flour and melted butter. The flour provides the structure for the dough, while the melted butter adds richness and flavor. Measure out the flour carefully, using a spoon to fill the measuring cup and leveling it off with a knife. Melt the butter in a small saucepan or microwave until it's completely liquid. Pour the melted butter into the bowl with the flour and mix until well combined. The mixture should be crumbly and slightly moist. Add the yeast mixture to the flour mixture. Pour the frothy yeast mixture into the bowl with the flour and butter. Use a wooden spoon or a spatula to stir the ingredients together until they start to form a dough. The dough will be sticky at first, but it will become smoother as you continue to mix. Make sure all the flour is incorporated and there are no dry spots left in the bowl. Mix until a dough forms. At this point, you can switch to using your hands to knead the dough directly in the bowl. Kneading helps develop the gluten in the flour, which gives the dough its elasticity and structure. Continue to knead the dough for about 5-7 minutes or until it becomes smooth and elastic. If the dough is too sticky, you can add a little more flour, a tablespoon at a time, until it reaches the right consistency. Knead the dough for a few minutes until it is smooth. Transfer the dough to a lightly floured surface and continue to knead it by hand. Use the heel of your hand to push the dough away from you, then fold it back over itself and give it a quarter turn. Repeat this process, adding more flour as needed to prevent sticking. The dough should become smooth, elastic, and slightly tacky to the touch. Next, roll the dough into a rectangle. Use a rolling pin to flatten the dough into a large rectangle about 1/4 inch thick. The size of the rectangle will depend on how thick you want your cinnamon rolls to be. Make sure the dough is evenly rolled out, with no thick or thin spots. If the dough springs back as you roll it, let it rest for a few minutes to relax the gluten. Sprinkle cinnamon and sugar over the dough. Roll the dough tightly. Mix together ground cinnamon and sugar in a small bowl, then sprinkle it evenly over the surface of the dough. Be generous with the cinnamon sugar mixture, as this is what gives the cinnamon rolls their signature flavor. Starting from one of the long edges, roll the dough up tightly into a log. Use your fingers to pinch the seam closed, so the roll doesn't unravel. Cut the roll into individual cinnamon rolls. Use a sharp knife or a piece of dental floss to slice the log into even pieces, about 1-2 inches thick. If you're using dental floss, slide it under the log, cross the ends over the top, and pull tight to slice through the dough. This method helps keep the roll's shape intact. Arrange the slices cut side up on a baking sheet or in a greased baking pan. Place the rolls in a greased baking pan. Make sure the rolls are evenly spaced in the pan, with a little room between them to allow for rising. Cover the pan with a clean kitchen towel or plastic wrap, and let the rolls rise in a warm place for about 30-45 minutes or until they've doubled in size. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius, while the rolls are rising. Once the rolls have risen, bake them in the preheated oven for 25 minutes or until they're golden brown and cooked through. Let the rolls cool slightly before serving and enjoy your homemade cinnamon roll masterpiece. Preheat your oven to the correct temperature. Place the pan of cinnamon rolls in the oven. Bake for the recommended time. The rolls are ready when they are golden brown. Let the rolls cool slightly before adding icing. While the rolls are baking, make the icing. Whisk together powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla extract. You can add more milk if the icing is too thick. Pour the icing over the cooled cinnamon rolls. These cinnamon rolls are best served warm. Enjoy them for breakfast or as a sweet treat. You can share them with friends and family. Everyone loves a homemade cinnamon roll. This easy recipe makes delicious cinnamon rolls. You can impress your friends with your baking skills. Try this viral TikTok recipe today.
Welcome to the Culinary Recipe Creations channel, you guys. Today, we're diving headfirst into the wild world of TikTok food trends. We're talking about those viral recipes that have taken the internet by storm, the ones you've seen plastered all over your feed. From bizarre concoctions to surprisingly delicious dishes, we're separating the culinary geniuses from the absolute disasters. Get ready to witness some of the craziest food creations known to man. If you're brave enough to try these TikTok recipes yourself, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the Culinary Recipe Creations channel for more culinary chaos. And don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss out on a single delicious upload. Alright, you guys, let's talk Dalgona coffee. This frothy, whipped coffee sensation has taken the world by storm, and it's time we dive into what makes it so special. This whipped coffee concoction took the internet by storm, and for good reason. It's visually stunning, incredibly easy to make, and tastes like a dream. It's dead simple to make, even you lot can't mess it up. Seriously, if you can stir, you can make Dalgona coffee. First, grab your instant coffee, sugar, and hot water. These three humble ingredients are all you need to create this magical drink. Mix them together in a bowl, and then whisk the heck out of it until it transforms into a glorious, fluffy cloud of coffee goodness. It might take a bit of elbow grease, but trust me, it's worth it. Now don't even think about using a fork for this, you hear me? A fork just won't cut it. You need the right tools for the job. You need a whisk or a hand mixer to get those stiff peaks. The texture is key here, and you want it to be as fluffy as a cloud. We're looking for a texture like a cloud, not a puddle of sadness. If it's runny, keep whisking until it holds its shape. Once you've whipped your coffee into submission, grab a glass of cold milk and spoon that fluffy goodness on top. The contrast between the creamy milk and the strong coffee is pure bliss. Take a sip, close your eyes, and tell me that's not the best damn coffee you've ever had. The rich, velvety texture combined with the smooth milk is a match made in heaven. But be warned, this stuff is seriously addictive. One sip, and you'll be hooked. You might find yourself whipping up a batch every morning and then another one in the afternoon, and maybe even a little midnight snack. It's that good. Don't say I didn't warn you. So, is Dalgona coffee genius or garbage? I'll let you be the judge, but I think we all know the answer. Next up, we're tackling the viral sensation that is pancake cereal. This quirky breakfast trend has taken social media by storm, and for good reason. It's a delightful twist on a classic favorite that combines the best of both worlds. The fluffy goodness of pancakes and the convenience of cereal. Yes, you heard me right, pancakes. In a bowl, like cereal. Imagine starting your day with a bowl full of tiny, fluffy pancakes, each one a bite-sized piece of heaven. It's a breakfast experience that's as fun to make as it is to eat. It sounds absolutely bonkers, but trust me on this one. Once you try it, you'll wonder why you haven't been eating pancakes this way your whole life. It's a game changer for breakfast lovers everywhere. First things first, grab your favorite pancake batter. Whether you prefer a homemade recipe or a store-bought mix, the choice is yours. The key is to make sure the batter is smooth and lump-free for the best results. Now, here's where things get interesting. Instead of pouring your batter onto a hot griddle like a civilized human being, we're going to get a little bit creative. This is where the magic happens. fill a piping bag or a squeeze bottle with your pancake batter. This will give you the control you need to create those perfect, tiny pancakes. It's like being an artist in the kitchen, and your canvas is the griddle. Now, carefully pipe tiny dollops of batter onto your hot griddle. The key here is to make them as small and uniform as possible. Think of them as little pancake pearls, each one a miniature masterpiece. We're talking miniature pancakes here, people. The smaller, the better. These tiny treats cook quickly, so keep an eye on them to ensure they don't burn. Cook these mini marvels until they're golden brown and fluffy, just like regular pancakes. The goal is to achieve that perfect balance of a crispy exterior and a soft, fluffy interior. Once they're done, stack them high in a bowl, just like you would with your favorite cereal. The sight of a bowl full of tiny pancakes is sure to bring a smile to your face. Now for the fun part. Drizzle those bad boys with maple syrup, letting it cascade over the tiny pancakes like a sweet waterfall. The syrup adds that classic pancake flavor we all know and love. Sprinkle on some fresh berries for a burst of color and flavor. Blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries all work wonderfully. They add a fresh, fruity contrast to the sweet syrup. And if you're feeling really adventurous, add a dollop of whipped cream. It's the perfect finishing touch that takes this breakfast to the next level of indulgence. Dig in and tell me that's not the most fun you've ever had with breakfast. Each bite is a delightful mix of flavors and textures that will make your taste buds dance with joy. It's like a party in your mouth and everyone's invited. So go ahead, give pancake cereal a try and start your day with a breakfast that's as fun as it is delicious. Chapter 3. Cloud Bread. Heaven on a plate? All right, you lot, let's talk cloud bread. This isn't just any bread. It's a fluffy, colorful sensation that has taken social media by storm. This fluffy, colorful bread took the internet by storm, and for good reason. It's not just visually stunning, but also incredibly fun to make. It's light, it's airy, and it's surprisingly easy to make. Imagine biting into a cloud. That's the experience we're aiming for here. First, separate your egg whites from the yolks. This step is crucial because the egg whites are what give the bread its signature fluffiness. We only want those fluffy whites for this recipe. The yolks can be saved for another dish, maybe a rich custard or a creamy sauce. Now whip those whites until they form stiff peaks. This is where the magic happens, transforming liquid egg whites into a cloud-like texture. We're talking Mount Everest peaks here, people, no excuses. The stiffer the peaks, the fluffier your cloud bread will be. Gently fold in your sugar and cornstarch, being careful not to deflate those precious egg whites. This step requires a delicate touch. We want our cloud bread to be light and airy, not dense and chewy. The goal is to maintain that cloud-like texture throughout. Divide the batter and add a drop or two of food coloring to each portion. This is where you can let your creativity shine. Get creative with your colors. You can make your cloud bread as vibrant as you like. Think of it as painting with batter. Spoon dollops of the colorful batter onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Each dollop will expand, so give them some room. Make sure to leave some space between each cloud. They're going to expand in the oven. You don't want them sticking together. Bake those beauties until they're golden brown and cooked through. The aroma will be irresistible, but patience is key. Once they're done, let them cool completely before you even think about digging in. This helps them set and makes them easier to handle. Chapter 4. Baked Feta Pasta. Simplicity. Done right. Listen up, you donkey. This next recipe is so simple, even you can't mess it up. It's called baked feta pasta, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Feta cheese baked with pasta. Grab a baking dish and toss in a block of feta cheese, cherry tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Roast that in the oven until the tomatoes are blistered and the feta is melty and gooey. While that's baking, cook your pasta according to the package directions. Once the pasta is cooked, add it straight to the baking dish with the feta and tomatoes. Toss everything together until the pasta is coated in that creamy, cheesy sauce. And there you have it, a restaurant-quality dish that you can make in your own kitchen. Chapter 5. Nature's cereal healthy can be tasty. All right, you guys, let's finish strong with a recipe that's both delicious and good for you. It's called Nature's Cereal, and it's taking the internet by storm. This refreshing bowl of goodness is packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. It's the perfect way to start your day or to enjoy as a healthy snack. Grab your favorite berries, chop them up, and toss them in a bowl. Add some pomegranate seeds for a bit of crunch and a splash of coconut water for sweetness and hydration. Give everything a good stir, and there you have it, Nature's Cereal. It's like a party in your mouth, and your taste buds are invited. Outro joined the food frenzy, so there you have it, you lot. 5 of the craziest, most delicious TikTok recipes that you absolutely need to try. From whipped coffee to pancake cereal, these viral sensations are sure to tantalize your taste buds and leave you wanting more. Let me know in the comments below which recipe you're most excited to try. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Culinary Recipe Creations channel for more culinary adventures. See you soon. Until next time, get cooking. Yet.
Welcome to our kitchen. We're about to embark on a culinary journey through Europe, exploring the heart and soul of 6 different countries, all without needing a passport. Today, we're diving headfirst into 6 of the most sought-after European recipes. These aren't your average bland dishes. These are the dishes that define their nations. Get ready to roll up your sleeves, because we're about to explore the intense flavors of Italy, France, England, Spain, Greece, and Hungary. Believe me, you'll be thanking me later. All right now, we're starting our culinary adventure in Italy, the land of passion, love, and bloody fantastic food. And when it comes to Italian classics, it doesn't get much more iconic than pasta carbonara. This isn't some soggy mess you order from a takeaway. This is a dish that demands respect, finesse, and a love for simple, quality ingredients. First off, the pasta. Forget your dried out spaghetti. We're using fresh hand-rolled tagliatelle. It's got the perfect bite, the perfect texture, and it soaks up the sauce like a dream. Speaking of sauce, we're ditching the cream. That's right, you heard me. True carbonara relies on the silky emulsion of pasta water, eggs, and Parmesan cheese. Get this wrong, and you'll end up with scrambled eggs, and nobody wants that. Next, the guanciale. This, my friends, is the heart and soul of the dish. We're talking cured pork jowl, slowly rendered until it's crisp and golden. Forget your bacon, this is in a different league. Dice it up, fry it until it's singing, and then let it work its magic with the pasta water and cheese. Now, for the eggs. We're using fresh, free-range yolks, beaten with a generous grating of pecorino romano cheese. Season it with a pinch of salt and a good crank of black pepper. Remember, the heat from the pasta will cook the eggs, so don't even think about overcooking them. Once your pasta is cooked al dente, it's time to assemble this masterpiece. Working quickly, add the pasta to the pan with the guanciale, along with a ladleful of pasta water. Toss it all together, coating the strands in that beautiful glossy sauce. Now, take the pan off the heat and add your egg and cheese mixture. Stir it constantly, ensuring the heat from the pasta gently cooks the eggs, creating a velvety, luxurious sauce. Finally, serve your carbonara immediately, with an extra grating of pecorino romano and a final twist of black pepper. There you have it, a pasta carbonara that would make even the most discerning Italian nonna proud. Next stop, France, the land of romance, elegance, and of course, bloody good food. And when it comes to French classics, you can't go past a soul-warming French onion soup. This isn't some watery broth with a few soggy onions thrown in. This is a labor of love, a symphony of flavors that will have you licking the bowl clean. First things first, the onions. And not just any onions. We're talking about sweet caramelized onions that have been cooked low and slow until they're practically melting. Slice them thin, sweat them down in butter and a touch of oil until they're golden brown and smelling divine. This takes time, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, for the stock. We're using a rich, flavorful beef stock simmered for hours with aromatic vegetables and herbs. This is the backbone of our soup, so don't cut corners here. Use the best quality stock you can find, or better yet, make your own. Once the onions are caramelized and the stock is simmering away, it's time to deglaze the pan. This is where we add a splash of dry sherry or white wine, scraping up all those delicious brown bits from the bottom of the pan. This adds another layer of flavor to the soup that you just can't beat. Now, combine your caramelized onions, rich stock, and deglazed pan juices in a large pot. Bring it to a simmer and let it bubble away gently for at least 30 minutes, allowing the flavors to meld and deepen. While the soup simmers, it's time to prepare the croutons. Slice a baguette into thick slices and brush them with olive oil. Toast them in the oven until they're golden brown and crispy. Now, for the piece de resistance, the Gruyere cheese. Grate a generous amount and set it aside. To serve, ladle the hot soup into oven-proof bowls. Top each bowl with a toasted crouton and a generous pile of grated Gruyere cheese. Pop the bowls under a hot grill until the cheese is melted and bubbly, forming a golden crust over the soup. And there you have it. A French onion soup that's the very definition of comfort food. Right now, we're off to England. Now I know what you're thinking. Bland food, soggy chips, and rainy days. But listen up, because we're about to tackle a dish that's the crown jewel of British cuisine. Beef Wellington. This is a showstopper. A dish that requires precision, skill, and a whole lot of love. First, the beef. We're using only the finest cut of beef tenderloin, trimmed and tied to perfection. This needs to be seared until it's beautifully browned all over, sealing in all those delicious juices. Don't even think about overcooking it. We want it rare and juicy in the middle. Next, the duxelles. This is a mixture of finely chopped mushrooms, shallots, and herbs, cooked down until it's rich, earthy, and intensely flavorful. This will add a layer of umami to the beef that will knock your socks off. Now, the pastry. Forget your shop-bought puff pastry, we're making our own. It's all about layering cold butter into the dough, creating hundreds of flaky, buttery layers that will melt in your mouth. Once you've got your seared beef, your flavorful duxelle, and your homemade puff pastry, it's time to assemble this masterpiece. Lay out a sheet of pastry and spread a thin layer of duxelles over the top. Place the seared beef tenderloin on top of the duxelles and carefully wrap the pastry around the beef, sealing it tightly. Now brush the pastry with egg wash and score it lightly with a sharp knife. This will help the pastry to cook evenly and give it that beautiful golden brown finish. Bake it in a preheated oven until the pastry is puffed and golden and the beef is cooked to your liking. Let it rest for at least 15 minutes before slicing and serving. This will allow the juices to redistribute, ensuring every bite is tender, juicy, and bursting with flavor. There you have it. A beef Wellington fit for a king. Chapter 4: Paella, a taste of Spanish sunshine. Next up, we're off to sunny Spain. Get ready for a fiesta in your mouth with a vibrant and flavorful paella. This dish is all about bringing people together, sharing food, and enjoying life's simple pleasures. First things first, the paella pan. This isn't just any old pan. It's a wide, shallow pan with sloping sides, specially designed to create the perfect paella. The wide surface area allows the rice to cook evenly, while the sloping sides help to create that crispy caramelized bottom layer known as the socarrat. Now the rice. We're using bomba rice, a short-grain rice that absorbs liquid like a sponge and retains its texture during cooking. Rinse the rice thoroughly to remove excess starch, then set it aside. Next, the sofrito. This is the base of our paella, a flavorful mixture of sautéed onions, tomatoes, garlic, and peppers. It's the foundation upon which all the other flavors will build. Now for the protein. Paella is a versatile dish, so you can use whatever you like. Chicken, chorizo, seafood, rabbit. The possibilities are endless. Brown your chosen protein in the paella pan, then set it aside. It's time to build our paella. Add the rice to the pan and toast it lightly for a minute or two. This will help to give the rice a nutty flavor and prevent it from sticking together during cooking. Now, add the sofrito, saffron water, and enough stock to cover the rice. Bring the mixture to a simmer, then arrange your chosen protein and any other ingredients you like on top of the rice. We're adding artichoke hearts, peas, and mussels for a taste of the sea. Cover the pan and cook over a low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, or until the rice has absorbed all the liquid and the protein is cooked through. Resist the urge to stir the paella during cooking, as this will make it mushy. Once the paella is cooked, remove it from the heat and let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. This will allow the flavors to meld and the socarrat to develop. And there you have it, a taste of Spanish sunshine on a plate. Chapter 5. Moussaka, a Greek tragedy of deliciousness. Listen up, you lot. We're off to Greece, the land of ancient history, crystal clear waters, and some of the most delicious food on the planet. And when it comes to Greek classics, you can't go past moussaka. This isn't just a layered casserole. It's a symphony of textures and flavors that will transport you straight to a Greek taverna. First things first, the eggplant. Now, this is where most people go wrong. They fry the eggplant, making it greasy and heavy. Not in our kitchen. We're grilling the eggplant slices until they're tender and lightly charred, giving them a smoky depth of flavor. Next, the meat sauce. We're using ground lamb, cooked with onions, garlic, tomatoes, and a touch of cinnamon and oregano for that classic Greek flavor. This sauce needs to be rich, flavorful, and simmered until it's thickened beautifully. Now for the bechamel sauce. This creamy, luxurious sauce is the crowning glory of the moussaka. We're making it from scratch, whisking butter, flour, and milk together until it's smooth, velvety, and seasoned to perfection. Don't even think about using that store-bought rubbish. Time to assemble this Greek masterpiece. Layer the grilled eggplant slices in a baking dish, followed by the rich meat sauce. Top it all off with a generous layer of our homemade bechamel sauce, and sprinkle over a final dusting of grated cheese. Bake it in a preheated oven until the top is golden brown and bubbly. Let it rest for at least 15 minutes before serving, allowing the flavors to settle and the sauce to thicken slightly. There you have it, a moussaka that's a true taste of Greece. Chapter 6. Goulash, a Hungarian rhapsody. All right, you lot, our final destination. We're finishing our culinary journey in Hungary, a country known for its hearty stews, its vibrant culture, and its love of good food. And when it comes to Hungarian classics, you can't go past goulash. This isn't just a soup, it's a rich, flavorful stew that will warm you from the inside out. First things first, the beef. We're using chuck steak, cut into cubes and browned until it's beautifully caramelized all over. This will add a depth of flavor to the goulash that you just can't get from using leaner cuts of meat. Now for the onions. And I'm not talking about a few measly chopped onions. We're talking about a mountain of onions, slowly caramelized until they're sweet and golden brown. This is the heart and soul of the goulash, so don't be shy. Next, the paprika. And not just any paprika. We're using Hungarian sweet paprika, which has a deep, rich flavor that's essential to authentic goulash. Add a generous amount to the pan with the beef and onions, along with some caraway seeds and a touch of cumin for an extra layer of flavor. Now, for the vegetables. We're adding diced carrots, celery, and potatoes, which will add sweetness, texture, and body to the goulash. Cook them with the beef, onions, and spices for a few minutes, allowing the flavors to meld. It's time to deglaze the pan. Add a splash of red wine, scraping up all those delicious brown bits from the bottom of the pan. This adds another layer of flavor to the goulash that you just can't beat. Finally, add enough beef stock to cover the meat and vegetables. Bring the mixture to a simmer. Then cover the pan and cook over a low heat for at least 2 hours, or until the beef is meltingly tender. Serve your goulash hot, garnished with a dollop of sour cream or yogurt and a sprinkle of fresh parsley. And there you have it, a Hungarian rhapsody in a bowl. And there you have it, 6 incredible European recipes that are guaranteed to tantalize those taste buds and leave you wanting more. From the creamy decadence of pasta carbonara to the hearty warmth of Hungarian goulash, we've explored the heart and soul of European cuisine. Remember, cooking isn't about following a recipe blindly. It's about understanding flavors, respecting ingredients, and putting your own personal touch on every dish. Now get out there, get cooking, and show me what you're capable of. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more delicious Culinary Recipe Creations recipes from around the world. And as always, keep those kitchens clean and those standards high. Happy cooking!